These are real-life criminals caught on camera. From ingenious escapes to poorly executed robberies, you're not going to want to miss a thing. It's trash day as these two inmates were busy hatching a plan to escape. What ingenious plan do you think they've concocted? Will they hide in the giant bins? Nope. They do it old school and just run for their lives.
Bye, have a great time.
In one of the craziest prison breaks of all time, these two Canadian inmates attached a rope to a helicopter that was taking off and hung on for dear life. And while they did manage to complete their escape with their lives, they were recaptured just a few hours later. This teenager's been brought into an interrogation room, handcuffed and left alone for just a few minutes before discovering an unlocked window. You'd think being on the second floor would be an obstacle. Not for him.
You'll never take me alive, coppers!
When prisoners were being moved, this guy hung back, hoping the officer wouldn't notice him. It worked, and before long he was left alone in the garage next to a transport van with the keys still inside. Next up, it was time to smash his way to the health worker leaving and made sure she caught the door just before it closed. After a quick struggle, the prisoner was to exit the prison via a staff door to the street outside.
Martinez Arrington then breaks free, bolting out of the door and into the south alleyway.
In this prisoner loading dock, police take their time unloading gear from their squad car, all while a suspect sits handcuffed in the front seat. Now, I'm not sure if the officers were distracted or simply forgot about their prisoner altogether, but he managed to escape the car in the nick of time before it locked the officers inside.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
This might just be Harry Houdini's granddaughter. In a jail in Waukesha, this suspect was handcuffed to a wall awaiting interrogation. I guess she started Googling how to escape handcuffs, because in less than a minute, she'd slipped out and simply walked away. After losing his court case and being sentenced, this guy decided he wasn't going to prison after all, ducking out of a holding cell and back into an unguarded courtroom. From here, it's just a matter of ditching the prison shirt and orange Crocs before literally walking. It seems like anything's possible.
You got a cell phone with you?
No, hell no, I don't have a cell phone or anything.
Just call 911 is all you got to do. They'll get a hold of us.
All right.
That's our quick line there.
Have a good day now.
Be careful, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
This criminal was being escorted to the prisoner transport bus, but he had other plans. Ducking under the reach of the officer and sprinting at full pace, he managed to get a head start. He's even able to jump a fence while still being handcuffed before running off to temporary freedom. When this guy was sentenced to prison time after not paying child support, he did the only thing that came natural to him, and that's run. Then it was over a second-floor banister for a heavy landing before he skipped out of town. If only he put that much effort into his obligations.
Nice.
When a train blocked this fugitive's way, he did the only thing left to do and catch a ride.
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
When they say Google Street View catches everything, they really do mean it. And if you were wondering what crimes these people are serving time for, oh boy, are you in for a ride. Which way you turn it, it's not gonna fit. These criminals were after a quick smash and grab until they realized that they weren't dealing with ordinary glass. Repeated strikes with a hammer only barely cracked the glass, and the thieves were left scratching their helmets. Of all the places to try and steal a bicycle, the local police department has to be the worst.
Target neutralized.
Is this the world's clumsiest criminal? Not only does he forget to mask up before walking in view of the camera, but his getaway was anything but graceful. As soon as this poor pirate knew he was being filmed on CCTV, he decided to give a little dance performance before stealing someone else's packages. Luckily, he was identified by both his face and terrible dance moves. After successfully smashing his way into a gas station and wrapping a chain around the cash machine, he made one. Sick of being robbed, the owner of this store set up a trap to catch any would-be thieves. It didn't take long before the first criminal came knocking and found himself stuck for hours until police arrived to arrest him. This would-be thief thought he could just walk out of an art gallery with an expensive piece of art. He was only kinda right. He was later stopped by staff and the artwork returned. This thief was attempting to steal electrical cables from the side of a building before becoming stuck on top of an air conditioning unit. In this jewelry store, it's clear the owners had trouble with thieves before. This guy tries on a gold necklace before making a run for the door, which has already been locked. When the almost thief realizes he's trapped, he tries to play it off as a joke. You're not fooling anyone, buddy. When pulling ATMs out with trucks doesn't work, these criminals used a stolen excavator to dig the machine clean out of the store. They then picked up the ATM and loaded it into a van's oversized sunroof before making off. These thieves ram-raided the front entrance, tied a rope around the ATM, and tried pulling it from the wall. Not only did the thieves leave empty-handed, but they were arrested only a few hours later. There's nothing worse than a thief that uses their children as cover for their terrible behavior. This guy waits till the coast is clear before hiding a brand new laptop under his jacket